Now we're going to talk about dividing. When we talk about dividing, we usually use the words sharing, share between equally, or grouping into groups. Today I'm going to talk about sharing. Now, let's pretend this is kroner. We have 500, these are my hundreds. We have 8 tens, which makes 80, and 2 ones, which makes 2. So altogether we have 582 kroner. Now, let's say that you have that money, but you're asked to share it equally between yourself and your brother and sister. So therefore you're having to share that money between 3 people. That's when we use the divide sign. So the question is, how much will each of you get? If you start with 582 kroner and you share it equally between 3 people. Now I'm going to show you a short method of dividing. Instead of writing it as I've shown you here, I'm going to write it as follows. With the 3 here, a line like this, and my 582 here. The 3 is my divisor, and the answer is also called a quotient. Now to begin to divide, what I'm going to do is, instead of starting with the ones as in usual operations, we start actually with the largest number. We start with the hundreds, and I'll show you the reason why. Alright, let's share the money between the 3 people. Now if I share this between 3 people, let's say you've got enough that one of you gets this 100, one of you gets this one of you gets this one. Oh, there's not enough left over for you to get one more each. So we write the answer or the quotient on the top line. This is going to be your answer on the top line. So I'm saying I take my 500, which are those, I share them equally between 3, and each person will get 1, and there'll be a remainder of 2. Remainder means left over. So the answer, how much they actually get, goes on the top line here. They each get 1. Okay? So that's these gone. But there are 2 left over. Now let's face it, you don't want to waste money. What you can do with those hundreds is you can change them, trade them, or exchange them for 10 tens. 10 tens. So you would get 20 tens. 100 is the same as 10 tens, and that 100 is the same as 10 tens. So together they could be traded, exchanged for 20 of these. And that's what we do. So we put our remainder, 5 shared between 3 people will give you 1 each of the 100, and there will be 2 of the hundreds left over. But look, when I put my remainder here, my remainder is 2. When I put that 2 there in my tens house, this is the tens house, it becomes 28 tens, because those 200s were your 20 tens. And look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens already. So now you have 28 tens. That's the same amount of money as 8 tens and 2 hundreds. That's 10 tens, 10 tens makes 20 tens, 8 more make 28. So when you divide the short method, you write the answer of what they actually get on the top line, and what's left over, or the remainder, goes to the next house, and that becomes 28. And now we share our 28 equally between the 3 children. Okay, now remember this is now 10 tens. Let me just try and... This now is 10 tens. And this is 10 tens. Right, so let's see, what is 28 of those divided by 3? That's how you need to know this. What's 28 divided by 3? Oh well, this is where you need to know your times tables. 28 divided by 3 is 9, because 3 times 9 is 27, remainder 1. Now if you remember what I said, the money they actually get goes in the answer. So my 28 tens, here are my 28 tens, shared between 3, each child will get 9 of those tens, which I put in the answer, and there's 1 10 left over. Now remember I said you put the leftover to the next house, because 3 9s are 27, I've got 1 10 left over. Let me score that out. So I've used all those, and I've used all those, that's 27 of my tens. But I've got 1 10 left over, which I write as the remainder here. And that becomes 12. Can you guess why? Because with this 10 that's left over, I trade it or exchange it to 10 ones. Because this 10 here is the same as 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've made them look a bit different. Let's see. Right, because that equals 10 of those. So I've now got 12 1-kroners, which you see here, 12 1-kroners. And now I have to share those 12 1-kroners between 3. So 12 shared between 3 divided by 3 will give each child 4 kroner. That's what they get. There's no remainder, so that what they get goes in the answer. And there's nothing left over at the end. So we've used these. Now we've used all our money up. We've used all our money up. So what is 582 divided by 3? 582 divided by 3 is 194. So each child would get 194 kroner. Let me show you this now by explaining it quicker.